Hey guys, so here we are with another review. This is kind of along the same lines of my Argonath statues that I did another review on. But this is obviously a little statue of Minas Tirith. This is kind of the same family as those Argonath statues. It comes with the limited edition of Return of the King. It's kind of just a statue that comes with that movie. The Argonath came with Fellowship. And Two Towers had some golem statue or something rather. But anyway, this is the city of Minas Tirith, and at first glance, it's just astounding the detail they put into this. Let's get a close-up view here. You can just see all those individual little towers and streets and everything. The one thing that's missing is the tree, which is kind of a strange thing to not be there, but I guess when it's this small you don't really miss it. This is about 5, maybe 6 inches tall. And if you couldn't tell, it comes off its base there, which has a little secret compartment thingy, which has a nice felt emblazoned Tree of Gondor logo, which is, I don't know, kind of different texture than the felt, but it looks really good. Doesn't scratch off because it's like, I think it's actually cut out of the felt, but it's kind of just a base so you can put a few things. I just have some extra chains for hanging stuff on my swords in there. And I also got the felt on the top there. It just kind of fits on there in the same rock pattern as around the base. One of the things I really liked about this is you can see all around Minas Tirith. You got the Hallows back here where they filmed the scene with Denethor and Faramir when they're light them on fire and all that jazz. So it's kind of cool just to kind of see the whole thing in perspective. Got a little bridge there, and then kind of just shows little pathways all around. And you got the Tower of Ecthelion, the Hall of Kings, and I'm not sure what this thing is called, but the long spiky thing that Denethor jumps off when he's on fire. So, I also got this on eBay. I think this is about 20-25 bucks. Can't remember, it's been a long time. But it was also used, came like this, and it was a little bit dirty. Had some dust and things in it, so I kind of cleaned it out. And it also had some little towers broken off here and there. Let's see, here's a good example right here. You can see right there that little white spot is where a tower got knocked off, and there were several other of those. Some of them are harder to find than others. There's an entire section of wall broken off right there, and smaller things. There's some broken off towers up here. There's a bunch more, but I found the pieces somehow. I guess they broke off in shipping, but I glued them back on, and the ones that are smaller kind of dabbed up with a Sharpie just so you can't really tell the stark white difference of the broken off places as much, but you can obviously still tell where it happened. But quick glance, you can't notice. One of my favorite things about this is you got the front door here, and if you remember from the movie how big that door is, and you can just see how itty bitty it is compared to this entire city. It is a massive city. Like, I don't know even how to begin to guess how actually big this thing is, but it kind of just puts a really grand perspective on the whole thing. And yeah, it's it's pretty cool. This tower you'd think would break off, and it actually kind of was. It's cracked off around the base, but it has a wire going up through it, so it stays pretty solid. As you can see, it's bending back and forth there. Try not to bend it though, because it might break the wire, which would be really unfortunate. But this isn't like really intensely detailed. Some of those bricks are way, way bigger than they actually should be, especially with the size of the door. Then you see the size of the bricks, it's kind of not quite a scale there, but that's not a problem. I think this looks fantastic, and especially up here, just the lack of the tree I thought about making a tiny little one, sticking it there, but that'd be a little too much work. So anyway, this is the city of Minas Tirith. If you can find it, I'd recommend picking it up because it goes excellently with your Argonaut statues. Let me grab those two and I'll show you how I kind of have them displayed in my corner. I just have them on the side here like this, and it's not quite to scale because in all actuality the city is a heck of a lot bigger. If you can kind of remember the scale of the people to the feet as they sail by in the boats, and then scale people to the door. So not really to scale, but it looks really cool when it's displayed like this up in the corner with all my Lord of the Rings props and whatnot. So it goes really well together like that, or I guess however you really want, but I definitely recommend buying this. You can find it for a good price. And so, yeah, that's basically it. See you guys.